Lift me, enlighten me, reveal for me the mystery of your love. Oh, your love, your love.
Michael, we're hearing the bells, and we're hearing the chimes, and these are from Nick Curto, our beautiful friend from New York. God bless you, Nick. Thank you for these beautiful chimes. Thank you so much. Michael, will you give us the time and the day?
Yes, the time is 2 p.m. Pacific Time, and the date is December 10th, 2020. We are here in our backyard temple, Maitreya's temple, a temple dedicated to the local universe Father and the Universal Father for the glory of God, the glory of God. We say, welcome, celestial friends, today. Welcome to this temple. And I feel that you are welcoming us today, that you are so gracious in allowing us to be with you and to speak with you. I was just telling Diane not too long ago, I was saying, it's amazing that they will actually come here and be with us and talk to us, because it seems like they're thought of so little during people's lifetimes and during each day. I would wish and I would hope that everyone would reacquaint themselves with God and with the gods and have them a part of their everyday lives. Talking to them, listening to them, loving them, asking them for guidance, enjoying their presence. So I would ask everyone in the world to please open your hearts and open your minds and open your lives to these magnificent, glorious, wonderful celestials and gods, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Melchizedeks, angels, all the celestials that are lending their presence to us every day on all of these globes, all of these places throughout the grand and glorious universe that they have created, they administer, they continue to uphold. I'm so blessed, Diane.
Thank you.
I'm so blessed to have them today.
Thank you.
I feel a very special, extra appreciation for them being here today.
Well, thank you, Michael. And you look so nice today. You look happy and calm. I know we've been really busy this morning, home improvements, but you look calm and relaxed, and I love you so much.
I love you, honey.
I love you so much.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I just about half an hour ago finished putting in a new kitchen sink. And we got a new hose for the backyard here. It's a beautiful hose made by Goodyear. It's bright yellow, and it's fabulous. Fabulous hose. And also yesterday and today a little bit, I was putting a door casing on around our upstairs small bathroom door. So we've been doing a lot of home improvements, and
I think we have a lot more improvements to work on.
But anyway, you know, it's we feel very blessed to have this home, to have this temple, to have the headquarters for the Celestials here. It's a real blessing. So we have a number of chairs here today, and Diane is trying to figure out, you know, who's here and who's not here. We know for a fact that our really good friend, Lord Maitreya, is here today. And our really good friends, whom we had a really great team meeting with a couple of days ago or so, maybe about a week ago, were Cronus and Rhea. And we know that they are here today. And it could be, it very might possibly be, that Lord Maitreya's consort is here today.
Yes, she is.
Rose Estelle.
Yes.
Rose Estelle.
Here.
And, we've met Father Diamond, and we've gotten to know Father Diamond a little bit. We know that Father Diamond is here today. He's a Buddha.
There's Father Diamond.
Right there.
Yes.
And Mother Ruby, his consort, is here today.
Yes.
And we know that Father Diamond and Mother Ruby are instrumental. They're going to be taking part and being a real strong influence in the Christ schools that Lord Maitreya is setting up on our world. So we welcome Father Diamond, Mother Ruby, Cronus, Rhea, Estelle Rose, Lord Maitreya, and there are others we are anticipating.
Oh, we want to make mention that Neptune has arrived.
Neptune is here.
Yes.
Okay.
7th chair, the second row is Neptune.
And for those of you that have been following our re-acknowledgement or rediscovery of the gods, Neptune is also Poseidon in the Greek pantheon. Of course, Neptune is the Roman pantheon. And then also he is Immanuel in the Urantia book. He's the elder brother of the local universe father, Michael of Nebadon. And of course, in the Greek pantheon, Poseidon is the brother of Zeus. So you can deduce that Zeus is the local universe father. And the local universe mother spirit is his sister/wife in the Greek pantheon, Hera. She's Hera.
Yes, of course. Well, thank you, Michael.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 in the back row.
7 seats in the back row, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the front row. And then Diane and I are in front. So we got 7 in the back, 6 in the front, and then Diane and myself.
Let's see. This is the back. Front row.
And today it's a little bit windy. Of course, it's a beautiful sunny Southern California day. I'd say probably about low to mid 70s. The sun is shining. There's a breeze, a nice breeze, not too strong, fairly light. You know, during many of our team meetings, we hear sometimes on our recordings like a little bit of a hiss sound or like a humming sound when we're out here in the temple. But what that is there's a freeway behind us.
Oh, it is kind of loud right now, isn't it?
Yeah, sounds like it's a pretty active freeway. It's the 5 freeway. It's just about maybe 5-6 miles where the 405 and the 5 freeways split south. Let's see, there's a park in between us. So it's our home. We've got a school in back of us with a park, and then we have the 5 freeway in our backyard, pretty much.
Hestia is here.
And Hestia is here.
Hestia is here.
Hestia.
I'm so excited about Hestia being here. In the 6th chair in the second row, next to Neptune, we have Hestia. Sir Hestia is there. Her co-companion is not here. Uriel is not here. Oops. Venus. Hestia is here, though. Sirius. Athena. No. Now, we still have quite a few that they are not here yet. I mean, all of the ones that are predominant that we're talking to are here, but there are a few in the back.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We have seat 2, 3, 4, and 5. We do not know. And we have a question mark on our first pink chair here in the front row, next to Estelle Rose.
Okay, so we've got Estelle Rose, Rhea, Maitreya, Cronus. We've got 2 more chairs there. We've got...
The first, this is the front row.
yeah,
Estelle Rose, Rhea, Maitreya, Cronus, and the 5th is Father Diamond. Estelle Rose, and then Rhea, Maitreya, Cronus, and Father Diamond on the end.
Okay,
there.
so update. We have 5 chairs in the front row.
Well, that first one there, I don't know how it got there, but it somehow did.
Okay. All right, so we've got Diane and myself. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chairs in front.
Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And they're
Now,
all filled.
in the first row, directly to our left, is Lord Maitreya's consort, Estelle Rose.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Next to her left, right in front of Diane, is Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
She is, her personal name is Corina. She is the Eternal Mother Sun. She's the female aspect of the Second Person of Trinity. Next to her, right in front of me, thank you, Lord Maitreya, for being here, is Lord Maitreya.
Right in front of you, Michael.
Lord Maitreya is a paradise son. According to the Urantia book, he is also a magisterial son. I mean, they don't mention Lord Maitreya in the Urantia book, but Lord Maitreya is performing a magisterial mission. He's a paradise son. He's also Buddha. He's also a Christ. He is going to be leading the Christ school for Christ to learn and grow, and he's going to teach them along with Father Diamond, and they will be going out to minister to our solar system, local universe, and beyond. And Father Diamond will be also part of a new program with Mother Ruby, and they are going to be Christ families. They're going to be sent out as Christ families. Their children will be Christs also. Next to Maitreya, to his left, is the consort of Rhea, the Eternal Mother Sun, and that is Cronus. Cronus is the Eternal Son. He is the male aspect of the Second Person of Trinity, Rhea's consort. And then, to Cronus's left, to my very right, in the last chair in front, is Father Diamond. Like I mentioned, he is a Christ, and he's a Buddha, and he's a senior teacher who is going to be teaching in the Lord Maitreya's Christ schools. Okay, so that's the first row. Estelle Rose, Rhea, Lord Maitreya, Cronus, Father Diamond.
Yes.
Now,
Background.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yes.
We have 7 chairs in the back row.
Yes, we do. Our first one is Mother Ruby, who is the consort of Father Diamond. Our second chair, they have not arrived. Third chair is Dionysus, and also he was Gautama, giving to the Buddhist religion the story of the Buddha, Siddhartha, and the prince, and so forth, and the Bodhi tree, and all the wonderful stories.
Yeah, Dionysus
Gautama.
is Gautama Buddha.
Yes, he is. The fourth chair, they have not arrived. Fifth chair, not arrived. Sixth chair is Hestia, who is the consort of Uriel. And the seventh seat is Neptune, or Immanuel.
Yeah, we've already talked about Neptune as being
Yes.
Poseidon and
So we
Emmanuel
have-
in the Urantia book.
In our first row, our first mystery chair has arrived, and it is Diana. It's our darling Dela, Diana.
Yeah, when Diane says Dela, that's her personal name, and she came to us a number of years ago now as a celestial musician, and she and Hestia were the hostesses for our celestial musicians. And we have a video up on our YouTube channel from a number of years ago about the celestial musicians. So we're happy to have Diana here,
And Hestia,
also
both
known
of our
as Dela.
beautiful.
And Hestia is also known as Corinth.
Yes, she
That's her
is.
personal name, Corinth.
And we want to make mention that she is the daughter of Rhea, just as Hera is. Hestia. So Rhea has her two daughters here. Hestia, two of them, so that's wonderful. That's good. Okay. Well, let's see. I guess she only has one daughter here, Hestia. Rhea just has Hestia here because Diana is not really her daughter.
Yeah.
Okay. Rhea is speaking today. And we are just so honored to have Rhea. Rhea is the Lao Mu.
Lao Mu.
Lao Mu.
I think the emphasis is on the first word, Lao Mu.
Lao Mu. She is speaking today. This is a message from Rhea.
For those of you that don't know Lao Mu, in Maitreya Great Tao, which is it's a Chinese folk religion blending Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism. It had an awakening, a reawakening, in the 1930s with a pair of masters, the sun and the moon. It had a reawakening in the 1930s. Maitreya Great Tao did. And now they have huge temples all over Taiwan and Malaysia and Canada and Australia, in 68 countries throughout the world. Maitreya Great Tao. And Lao Mu is the Holy Mother, or the Eternal Mother. She is the single light on the altar, on the Maitreya Great Tao altar. And she is the one who is the focal point for Lord Maitreya's work on our planet. Lord Maitreya coming to our planet to make it a paradise, to make it a place where everyone is happy and joyful and cared for and loved. Everyone has enough food and shelter, clothing and love to sustain them. A paradise, kind of like a light and life scenario, really. And Lord Maitreya, in Maitreya Great Tao, is performing many of the same functions that we're hearing about him perform as this Magisterial Son, as this Paradise Son on Earth right now. That he is kind of like a boots on the ground type guy, where he has his celestial supporters and his celestial workers putting in programs, social, economic, governmental programs, working with celestials and humans to make the earth better and to eventually bring the earth to a paradise where humans are functioning like it's a paradise and the earth itself is a paradise. So Lao Mu is here. Lao Mu, she's the Eternal Mother, Holy Mother. She's the light. We also hear that she is the eye of God.
Yes.
And she is a light in the window for humanity.
Oh, definitely. She can see all the future as long as they are together, Rhea and Cronus, as long as they are together. Rhea, you are speaking to us today. Thank you. I would like to wait for the three that are not here, but we will go on. Rhea, you have been noticed, especially the last meeting that we had with you, that you were very sorrowful. Now today is a new day. Today is the 10th of December. Times are moving on, however how slowly, for us anyway. But is your attitude still the same? No, it is not. Good. Well, I hope it's good. I hope so. Rhea, our darling Rhea, she has brown hair and blue eyes, and she's not in her traditional blue like she and Hestia usually are, but she's in a rose color, a real pretty rose robe. So does that rosy glow have to do with maybe your feeling about the world today? I hope. Am I right? I am. It is a better feeling. The 10th of December, time is moving on. Cronus is the Lord of Time. And are you a Lord of Time? She says she is too.
Oh.
Of course.
A Lady of Time?
A Lord of Time.
Lords and ladies.
She is a Lord of Time.
She is a Time Lord also.
Also. Yes, she is. Rhea is. So is your rosy glow, which is so much more pleasing than last time. We were sorrowful last time, I noticed. Tell me, does it have to do with our future, as you talked about last time, or our present? Our present.
So more optimism, or more optimistic outlook for us in the present?
Well, what she's seeing is that people are starting to work a little harder to try and change their situations. And therefore, things will be moving along, hopefully on an upswing. Well, that's good. I know Michael and I have been working really hard lately.
Yes.
We really had. He was telling you about, we're doing home improvements.
Yes.
And also the upper patio. We also did something for that, Rhea. We put in some outdoor rugs for the upper patio. Actually, you guys requested them. And you want 6 more? Oh dear. Mm-hmm. We bought 3.
And guess what most of them say on it?
Welcome.
Welcome.
I thought, the angels are working on the patio a lot, but I thought if they are up in the sky, they're going to see those 2 big welcomes. Yes. So I hope they like those. I think they do. We do welcome you all. We love you all so dearly and so very, very much. Rhea, your attitude seems more rosy. We want to make sure that we remember she has on a rose gown, because I want to draw her again. Being more cheerful. Rose gown for Rhea. And what about a little smile? May I put a little smile in the picture? I think I should. Thank you. I will. We will put a smile. In our picture of you that we have done, it's just a very kind of melancholy, or just maybe a calm expression, but certainly not an expression of smiling. So.
Well, I think you told us, Rhea, in a couple of team meetings, you said that you were the mother of sorrows.
Yes, sorrowful
in a way,
mother, yes.
That people who are sorrowful or who are suffering can take their prayers to you and receive some healing, some compassion, some attention, some love. It was our last meeting, Maitreya's 33rd message, and we kind of learned, Rhea, that you were sorrowful, you were portraying sorrow at that meeting because you wanted to show that there would be some struggle to get to that March 2023 date when Pluto moves into Aquarius, and we catch a short glimpse of how this world can be a paradise under Lord Maitreya. We saw that. But you weren't really sorrowful.
No.
But that you were just kind of portraying that so that we could learn what was coming up for humanity, So today, I guess humanity's doing a little better?
Well, she says that, number one, when someone is sorrowful or in trouble or ill or sick or feeling despondent, she herself does not respond. She does give it to her children, the angels, others, to bring about some comfort. She herself does not really comfort them herself, but she does certainly send messages to have them receive some comfort. And yes, she is more encouraged. She is encouraged by people rather than them just sitting around and saying, well, there's nothing to be done, everything's a mess. Everybody is starting to work toward trying to correct whatever is going astray in their lives. And she says, I see people are getting up and putting themselves to work.
So they're starting to take a little action.
Yes, take more action. There's not so much stopping and just falling into a kind of a situation where you don't know quite what to do, so you're just in a standstill, She's very encouraged. People are mustering up and getting to work on their problems.
Okay, that's
good. Taking more action. So she is happy about that, because only through the work will we survive. We have to take action and work on our situation. Take action. Yes.
Yeah, that Capricorn influence is going to make us really work to have that glorious future.
Yes, absolutely. Father Time, Cronus, is not only a Time Lord, but he also is Saturn.
Yes.
And Saturn sometimes, she says, can be a taskmaster. And she says, so can I. But she says, mainly my priority is bringing comfort. Even though I give the actual action to others, I look for it, I see every single suffering in the universes of universes, and I do respond. Do not think I don't respond, but I still am Saturn also.
Yes.
And that means that people have to take action and try and correct their situation. She says, I'm not happy if they are sorrowful and just sit and cry. I want them to get up and take action and correct it. And Cronus and I give you time to do that, and we are giving you enough time.
Yes.
Time to correct your situation and find salvation too. Material and spiritual solution. Yeah.
It's interesting in the Urantia book how they talk about the second person of Trinity, the Eternal Son. Of course, we know Cronus is the Eternal Son and Rhea is the Eternal Mother Son. It's the Eternal Son that they describe in the Urantia book as the deity or the God who pulls us spiritually. There's a spiritual pull heavenward. That the second person of Trinity is the one who, pulls us or tries to, get us to relinquish our material desires, to relinquish that material life, and to rise higher towards spirit. We have that pull that is innate within us to go heavenward, to move heavenward, and we resist. We resist a lot. We like material things, we like power, we like money, all kinds of things. But they are constantly pulling us. So I'm glad to hear that maybe some people are working to move out of that, that complacency, that mediocrity, that heaviness of material life, to look heavenward, to strive to make things better, move spiritward, move along with them, because they're pulling us spirit
Yes.
world.
Mm-hmm.
That's encouraging, because
Oh,
we've heard
yes, of course.
we've heard a lot that the reason Lord Maitreya is here, one of the reasons the local universe father and mother are here a lot, is because humanity has kind of gotten a little behind, maybe fallen down a little bit.
Oh,
So
yes.
that's encouraging. That's good.
Yes. She wants to mention, too, that even though Cronus and herself are Time Lords, and that they micromanage every second of our lives and every second of every living thing, that they are only doing this as part of their life. Part of their life. How much of a part of your life is this material? Is it 50% of your life, Rhea? No. More than 50%. No. Managing the universes, is it 40%? It's about 30%, she says.
Yeah?
30% of their lives. Now, she says not all celestials, but Cronus and I devote a great deal of time to give to the material worlds. 30% of our time we do.
To the material worlds?
To the material universes, yes. And every single living thing on them. So that is a lot then. And you do consider that a lot. She says, yes, that's a lot. Is that more than the other celestials? No, but it is a lot. It's a lot. 30% of their life they give to managing.
So this probably means
this.
that 30% of your personalization goes to this.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes,
Because I'm sure there are things that you're doing on higher deity levels.
Of course, yes. That's what she's trying to say, that
Yeah.
you must remember that 70% we live in the spirit world. 30% of our time we devote to all of the universes and the 7 super universes, as in the Urantia book. And this is a lot of their time and devotion that they give. Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Cronus, you're right in front of Michael over here to his right. And of course, Rhea is right in front of me. So I do thank you. And Estelle Rose is next to her, to my left. Well, that is interesting. 30% of her time she gives. That's right. Now, when they move on into the outer space levels, will you also move on and give time to that? She's saying yes, she will. She will. She is, after all, God eternal. She says, if you want to call it in the Urantia book, God ultimate, but I am God eternal. But in the Urantia book, they do call Cronus and Rhea God ultimate. But she says, especially my part, because she says, I will be going out with God absolute, who is the infinite mother, and the supreme, who is the universal mother. And we will be devoting more than 30% of our time, especially in the beginning, to creating those new worlds. So, Rhea, how much time are you going to be giving to the new worlds? More than 30%? She says maybe in the very, very beginning and planning stages, but after that it'd still be about 30%. And she says, remember, when that happens, all of your worlds will be uplifted so much that my part will be more enjoyment rather than having to micromanage so much. And life for all of us will be easier and better and happier. When that happens, will you be sorrowful? She says, no. She says, actually, the sorrowful things will not be what you consider sorrowful. Maybe it will be that some entity feels they haven't done a good enough job, but it won't be because they're sick or they're ill or suffering or in war or starvation or hunger, nothing like that. So we will all be uplifted because our job will be more pleasant too, more happy. And we will be joining in with our our beautiful children and the universes more than we can now or do.
Yeah, we're told that the second person of Trinity, the Eternal Mother Son, the female aspect of the second person of Trinity, Eternal Mother Son, Rhea, we're told that she is God Ultimate.
Yes, in the Urantia book.
Well, yeah.
That's what they call
She's
it.
not mentioned in the Urantia book as being God Ultimate, but
they do talk about God Ultimate, though, and she says she is God Ultimate.
There's a God the Supreme, God the Ultimate, God the Absolute. We are told that Rhea, Eternal Mother's Son, is God Ultimate, and that she will be the God, the personalized God, I assume, maybe not, maybe it's on a higher level, of the 4 outer space levels that are talked about in the Urantia book, that are now forming
the plans. Yeah.
That are now forming for functioning on ultimate levels of reality. We're here in finite levels of reality, this material world. We're told in the Urantia book, we're told that the finite level is kind of, overseen or ruled over or whatever by God the Supreme. And God the Supreme in the Urantia book is the Universal Mother. It says it right in there.
Of course. Her mother, Rhea's mother.
So we have God the Supreme as the Universal Mother. Universal Mother being the female aspect of the first person of Trinity. God Ultimate, we're told, not in the Urantia book, but we're told that the second person of Trinity, the female Eternal Mother Son, is God Ultimate. And then also we're told who God Absolute is.
Yes, the Infinite Mother. She's
Infinite
the one
Mother
who took such an interest in our life, Michael.
Third person of Trinity.
Yes, she did.
Female aspect of the third person of Trinity.
God Absolute.
Is God Absolute. So we have here today, we have God Ultimate.
Yes.
And she is saying that when we reach those ultimate levels of functioning, because we will.
We will, of course.
Most of us, I assume.
I hope so. We're praying, right? We're trying.
If we're not, quote-unquote, annihilated, like in the Urantia book, that we'll be enjoying, it sounds like, Rhea, that we'll be enjoying some really wonderful times.
Yes, she says it will be much more pleasant governing universes at that level. I'm sure it will be. Well, that's wonderful, Rhea. And she does like the title God Eternal, but she says your Urantia book title is fine. She and Cronus are certainly, they're pleased with that. That's good.
Well, God Eternal sounds nice, too.
Yes, God Eternal.
God Eternal.
God Eternal.
Because she's the Eternal Mother Son.
Yeah, really. Yeah, I guess she is. That's right. That's right.
Well,
She
thank
is
you,
the
Rhea.
mother.
So it sounds like, sounds a little more optimistic then.
Yes, she says because she's seeing people are getting up by their bootstraps and trying to do some of the heavy work right now, like you are, Michael, today. To really move this place and get things back in order. A lot of my friends are redoing their homes and reconstructing their kitchens and things like that, and organizing. So that's something that Michael and I are trying to do. We're trying to organize things and repair and make things look better. Like I say, the mats up on the patios have a big welcome sign on them, so that's for all you guys.
And the patio is sealed and everything. We just have to paint it.
Yeah,
we
we're
have the
gonna
paint,
paint it again.
and we're going to paint the surface of it.
Yeah. Rhea, is there something that you want us to do, particularly Michael and I? Yes, she does. Now, we've been working with the house. Is it the house? No. Is it this work? It is. It's this work. The first thing she's saying is this meeting is December 10th. And she says we have a lot of people here, or angels here and gods here, that are very, very involved in this planet right now. Of course, you have Estelle Rose, and you have Maitreya, and you have Cronus. You have Father Diamond, who has offered to be our adopted father. And you have Mother Ruby, Father Diamond's beautiful consort. And we have Dionysus, who is Gautama Buddha, who came here 90,000 years ago with Maitreya and other Buddhas and whole legions of Melchizedeks to save this earth 90,000 years ago from Venus. So you have Hestia, my daughter. Her daughter is Hestia. Mm-hmm. And you have, of course, Neptune, and you have all these wonderful people that are not here that have been working so hard. Gabriel and Venus have been working so hard under the local universe father and mother and the universal father above us and universal mother are all waiting to hear how everything is going. And she says, I'm telling them that I'm very pleased. There seems to be a spark that is igniting, and people are starting to get up and move.
So there's something for us personally.
Yes, she says, yes. She says the first thing that she wants you to do is to put this message out as soon as possible. Within a week, no. In a few days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, right away, as soon as possible. She wants people to continue this movement, correct every problem that they see, find everything that has been wrong and right it. She says, your struggles are going to end eventually, but you have to work hard to get to that point. She wants this message to be put out. This is from her. This is her plea. Cronus made his last plea quite a while ago now. Mm-hmm. But this is her plea. She says, it's not my last, because I'm going to keep working on you. But this is her plea, that everyone use all the energy they have to correct every single thing that's wrong in their lives, so that they see is wrong, to even make baby steps toward making a change. And she says maybe you have to make some big changes. She says that coming up very soon, December the 20th, around the 20th, she says there will be opportunities for many of you to make changes in your lives. She says, take them. She says, run with them. Change your life. Look at something, whatever's in front of you, and say, what can I do to make it right? What can I do? What can I do with my body? What can I do with my life? What can I do with my job? What can I do with my children, my family, to make things right? She says, put this up right away, that Rhea is behind you, that she is going to give you lots of support. She says, I'm not going to come down there myself, but I will have my messengers help you, give you the power, the strength to do this enormous job. She says you have almost 3 years, and you will be given a glimpse of what all your work will bring fruit to. The results will be amazing if you work hard for this 3 years. 3 years, she says, I give you enough time. And at that time, if everyone on the planet were doing their very best to correct what is wrong, we could actually see a glimmer of what light and life could be. She says, toil, waste not. Take a firm hand with yourself and your family to do what's right for everyone. If a job seems too hard, take it with small steps and break it up. But you have 3 years, almost 3 years, not quite. She says, if you do this, you will look back in 3 years and you will be so happy that things are so much better than they were before. All of the confusion, all of the distrust. Make it a goal. Put a paper up for your whole family. In 2023, you can look back and say, everything is better. My family is better. My health is better. The world is better. And you will rejoice. She says in 2024, the age of Aquarius actually begins. She says, I give you these time frames because Cronus and I are time lords. Work now hard for 3 years, and the bounty will come in. Well, Rhea, I guess this is a personal message for us too, and we have started. We've started trying to look at what is in need of repair or change, and we have been. I mean, we haven't been doing it as much as we should, but we certainly have been doing that. We are. Is there more for us? Yes, but she says the main thing is I want this message put out soon.
Yeah, right.
To tell people that they have the support of Rhea and Cronus, of the Eternal Mother Sun. They have the support of her and her consort Cronus. They will give us the guidance and the time to accomplish everything that's needed to begin having an idea of what the age of Aquarius could be.
Yeah, we've talked about, thank you for that, Rhea, and Diane and I will take that to heart and we will continue, you know, because we're, we really are trying to improve our health and our eating also. I mean, we're vegetarians, and we've been vegetarians for a long time. We don't eat a lot of sugar and all that, meat and all that, but, we're always looking to refine. And it's interesting, Rhea, because I was thinking to myself when you were telling us this, I was thinking, well, what could we tell the people? Would be an easy way or a good way maybe to start. Because, I mean, you can say, well, you have to change your life. But sometimes it helps, if we have, like maybe a starting point. And I was thinking that people listening to this, maybe a starting point could be food, nutrition. And we've heard in the past that Lord Maitreya and Demeter and others have talked about foods. Even Athena has talked about foods. that we should be eating, really the foods that have the sunshine and the water that is, activated by the sunshine and by God in it, meaning the fruits and the vegetables. If we were to eat more fruits and vegetables and healthy whole grains, that might make us healthier. That might help us to improve our mental outlook. And we know that Lord Maitreya is setting up a really good future for our planet, and people need to be ready.
Yes. Well, that's why she is giving this plea. She wants, in 3 years, for us to be ready to see this glimpse so that we can go forward in a more positive way.
If we are sick, and if we are tired, and if we are malnourished and lack the energy, well, then we can't do the work to change. And we can't make a glorious future because we won't have the bodies necessary. We need the bodies necessary. So maybe that's a good starting point for people. Fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lots of healthy foods. Take out the meat, because we know that meat poisons the body and it's not eliminated completely, and it stays in the system and putrefies. We know that sugar makes the bones weak, and sugar can cause diabetes and high blood pressure. And salt can cause high blood pressure. So take out the bad stuff, the alcohol and the drugs and all that, and the meat, the sugar, and the salt, and put in the good ones. Put in the good food, so we can have the bodies necessary to change, make the change, do the work, and enjoy the benefits.
Of course. Well, Rhea, what about, though, we were given the 554 plan earlier last year, and what about that, though? I mean, that's requiring a lot of time of rest. What about that? She says, well, number one, most people can't do that because you still have an 8-hour day. A work day of 8 hours is not going to allow you to really have that 554 plan. So until that can come into effect, it's very difficult to force people to try and adhere to it, because you can't possibly. The workplace is not set up for that.
I have an idea. We talked about this a couple nights ago, Diane and I. We talked about this. Going to bed early.
Yes.
Now, if you cut off a lot of activities, say like after 10 p.m., if you cut off a lot of activities, you could spend a number of hours meditating, thinking about God, talking to God, resting, relaxing, planning. You could do a lot.
Yes, I suppose.
If you cut out that evening TV, that evening social media, that evening computer stuff, eating big meals at night, I mean, you could cut out a lot and gain some of that 554 plan time,
Yes, she says, I am the goddess of time, and we have from the beginning of time allowed you enough time to be able to have good health and still accomplish everything that is needed for your body and mind and family. I have given you enough time. It's how you allocate your time.
That's what Cronus said too. Use your time wisely.
Yes.
Okay, so eat better. Take out all the junk out of your food intake. Go to bed a little earlier. Do some meditation, rest, planning, reflection. And then also, the 554 plan is not working as hard or as many hours. It's spending more time with God in quiet times, and then also doing your regular home duties. Well, I would say if you turned off the TV, you could be doing so much for yourself, for your family, for your community, for everyone. It wasn't until I turned off the TV that I became so productive.
Me too.
Think about it.
Oh, yes.
We're sitting in front of the TV, and we're just letting people entertain us, letting them do the action.
Yeah.
We do the reaction, you know?
Uh-huh.
And people are watching TV hours and hours and hours. Just think if you took all those hours and you spent them doing something to help yourself and to help humanity more. And the other thing I think is money.
Oh, yes, of course. Uh-huh.
I would say that, because we just had an election, and the money that was spent on these elections, Congress people, mayors, senators, president, all of this money, if that money could be used to feed people, to
Help
build
the poor,
homes,
of course. Yes.
there are so many things. There's time,
That's right.
and there's money.
And that is all. They're gone.
Lift me, enlighten me, reveal for me the mystery